Yeah.
We are live now.
Yeah.
Tune in for some quality cringe.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, bub.
Oh wait, we're live?
Yeah, we are live.
I'm
We are.
so funny. Is it cringe-worthy when you're not really funny and everyone's like,
the text is over.
God.
Were you making faces?
Debatably, that's the definition of it.
Debatably, yes. Debatably so.
Oh my god. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. We'll wait for a little bit longer for some people to filter in here as I'm sending out the tweet.
Yeah.
And we have just alerted the Discord, the Homebuddies Discord, which if you are not in the Homebuddies Discord, make sure you join HBS Discord command. It's right there.
Yeah.
And if you, just so you guys know, this is the entire team of the Homebuddies. And HBS
Dream
will
team.
give you you got everybody's handle obviously on screen.
I know. Your Homebuddies command is different than mine. I'm feeling like I should change mine because mine is Homebuddies.
Oh shoot. Okay.
But I like HB's Discord.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really short.
I wasn't sure if. Oh, I thought I saw that on somebody's. I don't know.
It's mine. Listen, I'm not a rule follower. We've established this about me. We played a game on Trivia Murder Party that I failed miserably at, which was following the rules. And that's what I said to everybody was, listen, I am chaotic, good to neutral. So it's not a surprise I failed at the rule following game.
Yes, of course. Okay, Homebuddies.
Oh, but no, by the way, the delay is like way better.
Oh yeah, so we figured out. So apparently I had like a 20-second delay, which made it really Cameron. That's why it was so difficult with that one. Yeah. So we figured it out.
Twitch changes their settings all the time, but yeah, now it's to like a 3-second delay, which was making it kind of hard to react to like Jackbox shit.
Yeah.
The game will be over. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Chat about totally. Which
wild
Jackbox even gone chat about quality. Okay, I said tune in for cringe chat, but I was like, our chat's not cringe though.
We're not cringe, but we
chat about quality cringe. There you go.
Discussing some quality cringe.
Okay,
I'm kind of cringe. I don't know.
So for you guys that are here, hello and welcome. And Cameron and I do a version of this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, which is super fun. We do videos, and we're gonna do more. We're gonna incorporate more of this "Am I the Asshole" content. Let's go around the table here. And so Andy, you're at the top. So why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Drew Mackenzie Campbell.
It is your middle name actually is Mackenzie. It actually is.
Yeah, first name Andy, second name Mackenzie.
Are you also Clan Mackenzie?
No, I forget where I got that. It is Scottish, obviously. Yeah. But no, I don't think so. I think they just thought it was cute to give me the whitest Andy, the whitest person name, the whitest boy name, and Mackenzie, the whitest girl name, back to back.
There you
back
go.
to back.
Which I got my DNA tested.
You could have been Andrew Karen.
oh, good lord.
Andrew McCarran.
No, I think my dad wanted to call me Ian or some shit.
Ian. But spelled IAIN.
Wow. Yeah.
Ian.
That's just infuriating, dude.
It's Ian. There's just an extra I in it.
Anyway, that's me.
It sure is.
I'm over here.
Sure is.
He's there. There he is. Ooh, magic! All right, Miss Emma Fife in the middle there. Introduce
Hi,
yourself.
yes, I am Emma Fife. I'm chilling. I got a cocktail. I'm ready to talk about some cringe.
Yes, we've had I've had some tequila. I'm ready. You guys know me here, and then Jessica down there at the bottom.
My name is Jessica Lynn Birdie. I'm 33 years old, and I'm looking for a mate who isn't afraid to party.
Well, let's try your luck with the next contestant here, the Cameron Rice.
You might find it in some of these "I'm the Asshole" threads. Me, Cameron. Hello. I'm lately been building Legos. I just bought a PlayStation 4. So I'll probably be playing some Spider-Mans.
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Outside of that, hey, go watch my work with Jen Sturger on AEW's YouTube. Go and do that.
That's awesome.
That's the way I'm paying the bills right now.
And you guys know him, you love him, Mr. Scott Rubin.
I love him.
Hello, everybody.
I love him.
Who doesn't love Scott Rubin?
Toxicity is palpable.
Can't really hear you, Scotty baby.
Ooh.
Yeah, your volume's a little low.
Oh, we heard him earlier.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
Spider-Man's a
know you were
great
loud
game.
and clear earlier.
Okay.
I will say that Scott's wife, Chris, is in the business of making soap, and she just posted a thing on her Instagram the other day of these scrubber soaps with loofahs built into them, and I told her that I need one. So she said
What?
next
You
time,
can exfoliate with
she
the
said
bar
next
soap?
time she makes delivery, she'll bring me one. So
Got it.
About her
Right, that's awesome.
I want some because I am stinky.
lavender.
Please,
Her
he's stinky. He
lavender
has hot mustard in his ass.
True.
He's got to clean it off. So.
oh
I
my
did
God.
not. I've told that story on stream, but I will tell it again. I've told it on my stream before, my solo stream, but and I told it to these this rowdy group of folks here. But speaking of cringe, Andy and I were watching Catfish, the original Catfish, because we love the TV
The
show.
movie.
But
I thought that you were going to say cat.
cats.
But thank you, because you reminded me what I wanted to bring up. So
the
continue with your
excellent
story,
theater
and then I
going
will say my piece of news.
Okay, cool. Your awesome theater going experience. Maybe,
Yes.
Cats. So we were watching Catfish, and because we
One of my
watched the
favorite
show.
things to do is just whip out my blinding white bare ass in
Yep.
front of Janelle
And
because
right in
it's
front of my
hilarious
face,
to
as I
me.
was sitting down, he pulled his
Whenever.
shorts down, showed me his ass, and I was like, motherfucker. So then I grabbed just a packet of dipping sauce of hot mustard and
A sealed packet, mind
a
you.
sealed packet. It was not open. And I proceeded to
yet.
put it into his butt crack. I did not plan for it to explode, but it did.
And I go, haha, funny. I touch and it's wet. I'm like, ah!
He goes,
Because did you pop it? Did you squeeze the cheeks?
I mean, you know what? I probably did because I do have a defense mechanism. When she tries to pants me, I spread them.
Yeah, he
She got me
does.
one fucking time.
one time,
Never again.
I've successfully pantsed
Out of,
Andy
like, 100.
one time. One
But-
time.
Any
At a family
insertion via her, it just rock hard cheeks. So
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
I probably
Yeah, he did. He squeezed it, and so
Like a Nacho
yeah.
Libre style.
And then his initial reaction was, pause the movie.
Oh no!
It wasn't, why did you do this?
It was
No.
pause the movie.
It wasn't even, what the fuck? It was,
Yeah.
No, he was like,
I
"This is
have to go
standard."
clean.
Emma, tell us what your thing.
No, what I was gonna say is, I was like, I knew there was something I wanted to mention cringe-wise.
Okay.
Speaking of cringe, everyone, Love Never Dies is streaming on YouTube for free this weekend. If you've never experienced Love Never Dies, it is a sequel to Phantom of the Opera. It is Phantom of the Opera fan fiction. And I can't say I recommend it. Cameron, what do you think?
Yep, please.
Man, it's got two banger songs, and then the rest of it is like bananas. You know, when we watched it, we put out some tweets that we'd watched it, and there was a couple friends of ours that were like, "No, it's good," but these are also friends who it's like their tastes are trash. If you want to speak about cringe,
Yeah, they like Indiana Jones 4.
so
And they
I
probably
got-
don't like Midsummer.
I got.
Yeah.
I don't know that they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
So I'm like, and look, man, like what you like. Don't yuck anyone's yum, but that's some yucky yum. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
That's
I
what we're
mean,
all about.
truly, it doesn't follow any of the character arcs from the first story at all. Like, all of a sudden,
Christine
like,
doesn't talk for the first 20 minutes.
Christine is on stage for about half an hour before she has a single line.
What?
Raul's like a drunk now.
Raul's
but
a
not even
drunk.
an interesting one.
Who
Yep.
wrote this? I wonder who wrote this.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
He did. No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Like
Rathlane.
fan
So,
fiction.
so Rathlane in chat says, yeah, I heard it's like bad fan fiction, and that is
Yeah.
correct. It is
Wow.
like bad fan fiction. It's like Andrew Lloyd Webber self-inserted himself into this fanfic as the Phantom.
Oh God, it's like the Dragon Ball GT.
It's so bad.
universe.
Good
Oh my God, it's
Oh
it's-
God.
Also,
Jess,
like-
you were saying you had a question, Jeff.
so-
Oh, I was saying that it, like you said, it was as though written as though it were a fan fiction, but it's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fan. Well, I mean, it is fan fiction because
It's
because
canon.
here's the thing: there's not a sequel to the novel Phantom of the Opera. Therefore, this is fan fiction.
Therefore.
This is the same person who took a lot of liberty with J.D. Salinger's work and made.
Oh.
T.S. Eliot's work.
That's what
Yeah,
I meant.
T.S. Eliot, yeah.
Although I would love to see Andrew Lloyd Webber's Catcher in the Rye.
Him as
man,
Holden.
it's
Him as Holden Caulfield.
Yeah,
Two
it's
letters.
you guys. Yeah.
Oh my god. So we're gonna start with some "Am I the asshole?" content, and we're gonna determine whether or not somebody in this situation is the asshole. So these are stories that have been posted by people that are genuinely asking the internet, "Am I the asshole in this situation?"
Moral dilemmas.
Moral dilemmas. And so we're gonna start. Cameron's gonna read the first one.
I am okay.
Yes, and so unless I can read it.
You don't have a choice.
No, I can read it. Which one is it?
Okay,
Remind me?
it is the "Am I the asshole?" for naming my son's what was it, Andy?
Oh, that's Tiger. The Tiger.
The tiger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the title and then read it.
Okay, everyone, paint your cinema pictures. Lay
I'm
down
ready,
on your
I'm ready.
couches.
I'm ready.
Have your cinema scopes in front of your brains. Just paint the picture. Am I the asshole for first? Yeah, let me start over.
Mhm.
Let me start the movie over.
Yeah. Yes.
Am I the asshole for suggesting my 7-year-old name his new stuffed tiger Tig Bitties? That's the title. Here's the story.
Good old Tig Bitties.
Pretty much the title. My son was a stuffed tiger at the fair last night and said he had named him Tig. He asked me what his last name should be. I couldn't help myself and just instantly replied, Bitties. To share a smirk. She was pissed. I suggested a few different last names, and my son insisted that he liked Bitties. So now his tiger is Tig Bitties. My wife thinks it was completely inappropriate. I think it was a silly joke that went over his head and will have no negative ramifications. Question has to be asked. Am I the asshole?
Okay.
Wipe to the
Do
asshole.
we vote?
Yeah.
Do
let's
we
vote?
vote?
Let's vote.
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
I vote no. He is not
I
an
vote
asshole.
No.
And
No.
this is why. This is why. My favorite movie, one of my favorite movies in the entire world, is Clueless.
Yes.
I was
Great one.
9 years old when Clueless came out.
Yes.
And I saw it when I was 9 years old. And I watched it constantly.
Mhm.
All of the jokes about like blowjobs and stuff.
Yeah. There goes your social life. Yeah.
Woo!
Mhm.
Totally over my
Yep.
head. The jokes about doing drugs. Woo! Yeah.
Totally.
It's innocent. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. And it, yeah.
I agree. It's flew over the kid's head, and honestly, he's probably gonna look back on it and be like, "Oh wait, yeah,
Little
a
good
couple years
one.
later,
Well,
whatever."
again, going to the childhood thing, like how many times have any of us gone back and rewatched either Rocco or Animaniacs and been like, "Oh, that's a full-on
Oh,
sex
God.
joke."
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hello, nurse.
Hello,
Oh, yeah.
nurse.
Yeah.
Ren and
We
Stimpy
need
and
to
shit.
get the next time we do this, we need to get whiteboards where we write yes and no.
Oh, right. Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
just like,
Yeah.
straight up.
Okay, and let's have Scott weigh in here because Scott
gonna
is
be
dad.
I'm going to be a little bit of a dissenting opinion. So
Okay.
you learn
That's
very-
allowed.
you learn very quickly as a parent that there are certain jokes you can get away with your children and things
Sure.
exactly like Emma said. Lots of things are going to go over their heads, but the kid in this story is 7 years old.
Mhm.
The dad maybe should have known a little bit better by that point. Because if this kid is going to take that animal to a friend's house and introduce it to other people, you
True.
want to try to keep things a little bit more.
Okay. All right.
That's fair.
I
That's
see it,
fair.
Scott.
Well, I will say, the counterpoint to someone who's not a parent, there's nothing wrong with introducing to your kid at a young age. There's nothing wrong with big titties. We don't need to keep shaming people for having big knocks.
Yeah.
It's all good. Introduce
Yeah.
that young. Get body shaming out of the way early.
Yeah.
Body appreciation, actually. Is
Yeah,
what-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
yeah.
have it.
So Jess, what were your
I think
thoughts on
the
it?
mom's the asshole. Mom made a bigger deal out of it than she needed to. I
Yeah.
think the mom wants to divorce the husband. The next one's gonna be, am I the asshole for telling my husband he shouldn't name the cat, the dog, the whatever, the thing?
Dang.
Right.
It's all the subtext is there. They're unhappy, divorce already. Get 2 Tig Bitties and live in separate homes.
Mom's
Wow.
trying to cancel
Okay.
dad on Twitter.
Well,
That's
that's why
canceling mom.
I don't know if I plugged myself and Janelle in that situation, I'd probably look over. She'd be like,
Yeah.
she would have been the one picking the name, you know. Like,
It's true.
But
yeah.
you would have thought it was funny though, Andy.
then she would look back over, and I'd just have my bare ass out in public.
At the
Just-
carnival.
Yeah, with the kids around.
Tig written on one cheek and biddies on the other.
And to your point, Emma, I I too was your age when you watched Clueless, and I watched Clueless at the same time. I have to ask what virgin meant because it was a plot point.
Oh,
yeah.
see, can I tell you why I already knew what virgin meant? This is a pretty funny story. So my
am I the
dad.
asshole kind of story?
No, it's not.
It's like a cringe.
My dad. No. My dad had all these laser discs when I was a kid of Madonna music videos.
Oh.
And so I used to jam out to Like a Virgin. But the word virgin was not in my vocabulary.
Right.
So I used to sing Like a Birdie.
Like a birdie.
And my mom was like, Emma, I have to tell you what the lyrics are.
Like a birdie.
And I was like, a virgin? What is a virgin? And my mom was like, it's someone who's never had sex.
Oh, well, straight up. Yeah, that's
so that was
style.
in my vocabulary.
We all know
age
birdies
9.
be fucking.
Birds be fucking.
Birds be fucking.
She then showed you the MTV Video Music Awards when Madonna humped the stage in a wedding dress. She's
Yeah.
like, look at this.
Listen, I watched a lot of live Madonna performances too. So
True,
again,
she was
early
I have
age.
the Truth or Dare documentary. That documentary is great.
She's a stage humper, that woman.
My
Yeah.
brother might still be in the chat. He's my 24-year-old brother. He's 10 years younger than me. So my mom was probably pregnant with him when Clueless. Around this time, I learned about sex, right? And like when a man has slept with a woman is probably all they said. So this is cringeworthy. I slept in the same bed as my mom and dad one night. I shouldn't even share this. What am I doing?
Go on.
You're already going. You're already going.
They can't stop the train, baby.
As a 9-year-old, my mom was pregnant, and so there was like, they kind of like told us like this store, like stupid things. They were not like descriptive. I that because I slept in the same bed as my mom and dad that I was pregnant because I slept in bed with dad.
Hey, makes
Hey,
sense.
man. Yeah.
No.
Why not?
I
Where else does it come
knew
from?
as I was gonna say, as far as sex goes, like I knew from an early age
Wow.
that it involved being naked.
Yeah.
My dad told me at a diner at age 5.
Wow.
Whoa!
All right, let's hear this story, Cameron Rice.
That's it.
That's
the
it. You
story.
just said, here, this is sex.
My sister had to go to the bathroom. My dad let my mom took her to the bathroom, and that was the time my dad, I guess, thought, because I guess apparently I had asked him a question or made a joke. Maybe it was something that was on The Simpsons. I don't know. But I asked him some questions, so he just thought like, well, now's the time. So then my mom tells the story that when she came back, like from taking my sister to the bathroom, I looked like I'd seen a ghost, and she was like, "What's wrong? What happened?" Because apparently the one question I'd asked my dad after he went through the whole thing was, I asked him, "Do I have to take off my underwear?" And he goes, I mean, yeah. And I went, "Oh, then I don't want to."
I
You
don't
can
want
just, you can
to
just peek
then.
it through the hole. You don't have to
Okay,
take it all the way
Yeah,
off.
you don't
Yeah,
have
you
to.
can go through the hole. Yeah, it's true.
I did quiet 5.
Fine.
I don't know, but
so
here's-
young.
So much
I know, but-
responsibility.
But here's my question for you, Jess. You thought this. Did you do the child thing of telling other people?
No. So
shit.
I was fully ashamed because I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't be pregnant, but I am. Because I was having, I was having like morning, like symptoms, like of morning sickness, which is really just probably stress. And
Yeah.
finally, and I was like not talking to my dad. And finally, my mother or father said, Jessica, why aren't you talking to your father? And I was like, because I'm pregnant. And so
Yeah.
now my mother is fucking flipping out. And as calmly as possible, she goes, well, what do you think that means? And I was like, well, I was in the same bed, and dad was in the bed, and you were in the bed, and I'm up
Oh my
It's Daddy's fault.
So they came. My dad gets called to the table. I'm sat down. What do you think sex is, Jessica? And I'm like, I don't know. You guys said it was sleeping in the same bed. So
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Sleeping in the
God.
same
I'm not
bed.
too young for this conversation. I'm at the height of both of my parents' crotches, and they're pointing to this has to go. They're wearing jeans. They go, this has to go into, and that's how I get pregnant, and that's why you aren't.
Nice, yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad they modeled
That's
it for
like
you.
kind
Oh
of,
my
the
God.
kind of memory that you're laying in bed at 3 in the morning and you start feeling embarrassed.
Yeah, no, I when I was a kid, I had a cousin who was 14 at the time, and she gave a dude a BJ and thought she was pregnant. Yeah, that went around
She
the
was
whole family.
14?
She was like 14. I think she might have been 15, but it's still too young to be doing that. But foolish girl thought she was pregnant. So that's some quality cringe for you, because I was like, what even is that?
Yeah, that
so,
is some cringe.
Emma, I'm gonna have you read the next one, which is the very first one that I posted, which is the.
I was gonna say I felt like this was a good transition into one of the other ones.
Oh, which one?
Since Jess was afraid that she was pregnant because she slept in the same bed as her parents. I was gonna go with the "Am I the asshole for being upset that my sister is having a baby with our dad?"
Okay, yes, please do that one, please. So you have to read that one, Emma. Okay, read that one, and then read that one, please. This one was. This made me scream from the bathtub earlier today. I said, "Oh my god!"
I thought she slipped, y'all. No,
Everyone in chat is having very appropriate reactions, by the way.
Yep.
Okay,
All right, let's go.
My half-sister Lila and I have not always been close. We have the same dad but different moms. Lila grew up with our dad and her mom in the US, while I grew up in France with my mom. We saw each other during holidays only until I moved out of my mom's when I was 21 and moved to the same country as Lila. We started hanging out again and became best friends. We were so similar and had a great time partying, having fun, and exploring the city together. Around this time, Lila met Ellie, 26. I didn't like Ellie at first. She was a typical player, womanizer, older, and I didn't want my little sister to get hurt. They went through a lot together, including some infidelity and drama. It was off and on until it was on, and then they got engaged. I was happy for her, but I was still wary. I was her maid of honor in their wedding, and they seemed very happy before and after, so I just accepted it. Fast forward, and now Lila is 25 and I'm 28. Lila lives with Ellie. They own 2 homes and are doing well financially. Lila tells me everything, and she's really happy with the way their relationship has matured. I live in Las Vegas, single, working in a nightclub. I was FaceTiming Lila yesterday, and she told me she and Lila, it says her and Lila, but I'm correcting their grammar, are planning on having a baby, and asked me if I was ready to be an aunt. I told her that I'm already an aunt. My mother's daughter has a child, and asked her why she wants to get pregnant with all that's going on in the world, so many children in foster care, etc., etc.
Okay, that makes you the asshole. Before the rest of us, that makes you a fucking douche. If someone's like, "I want to have a baby," and you're like, "There's adoptions available," and you know what? I'm already an aunt.
Yeah. I don't know. I sort of see your point. She said she's not getting pregnant. Ellie is. She told me that they're considering adoption in the future, but Ellie really wants to experience being pregnant and they want a biological child. She told me that our dad is going to donate sperm to impregnate Ellie so that they're comfortable with the genetic medical history and they can have a baby that's related to both Lila and Ellie. Woo! I freaked out a little and told her it was weird. Her wife would essentially be giving birth to our sister. She wouldn't be my niece. Lila was a little drunk, and I could tell her feelings were kind of hurt, and she said I was shitting on her plans to start a family with Ellie because I don't like her. I'm single, and I don't want kids, and I'm entitled to being selfish with my life and money, but that's not what she wants to do. She said she wanted to share this plan with me because I'm her best friend, but I obviously can't be happy for her due to my perspective, and she wouldn't talk about baby stuff with me anymore. Then she hung up. I feel bad about hurting her feelings, but I just don't think it's a good idea. Am I the asshole for not wanting my sister-in-law to have a baby with my dad?
Oh.
Wow.
No.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, no, there is.
That's kind of weird.
Ooh.
Kind of weird.
It's much better than I thought it was going
Of course,
to be.
it's a troll
100%.
title.
100%.
Thank
100%. Yeah,
Yes.
when it took that turn, I went, oh, thank God.
I mean, it's not great.
No, it's not.
But it's not the worst thing.
Right.
So dad, so to get it all. So dad, his seed is not going in any blood relative. It's going.
No.
in the
It's
correct.
going in the
it's going
wife of
the
his
spouse,
daughter.
yeah.
Yes.
But that still means that the baby that her wife has is going to be biologically that woman's half sister.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying there's not a factor of like, but there's no like. The blood isn't messy. The blood isn't messy.
No, the
Correct.
blood. No.
Right.
I think it is creepy as hell. I also don't disagree with the other girl being like, really, you want to have a baby right now?
Yeah.
But also, I don't know that I want to have children ever. So, like, I'm not a good. I don't think I'm a good.
Well, to me, I think that's
barometer for this.
there's a little bit of a degree for me. The reason that's sort of the reason that's a little bit of an asshole move. Hector put out a tweet today that was like, "This is why I like physical media," and so someone decided to take the fun of that and tweeted him and go, "You're filling up landfills with plastic," and I'm like, "Cool, great, that's helpful to whom?" Like, if we want to do breakdowns of that stuff, Twitch is owned by Amazon, which is an evil company, and blah 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 blah.
Right.
If you want to start like expounding out to like the world is death and don't have kids, it's like, well, that's fine for you.
No,
You
no,
need to shit on other people who are like,
no, but
I
I'm
want
not.
to have a kid.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having children. I'm just saying that I do understand her perspective on this is the time you want to have a child.
Mm-hmm.
No. I can say, I'll say,
25, right? The sister's
I
25.
say you can understand the perspective. You don't need to, similarly like with the tweeters, you don't need to tell that person that. It's okay to kind of sit on some thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if my sister were to call me up and be like, "Hey, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna have a kid," even if I'm kind of like, "Oh boy," I think I'd be like, "Hey, that's great." I don't think I'd be like, "Really?
No,
now?
yeah,
Wait till after
no.
the election."
Wow.
No, totally. I agree that I don't know that her responding to her sister saying that that I do think is kind of a dick move.
Totally.
But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
either way, though, but again, I don't disagree with her perspective.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely bizarre because you're always going to look at that child as you're like, think about it and go, that's my sister, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my sister or brother.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Jess-
weird. It's fucking weird. It's
Thanks,
weird.
Jess.
Also, why is the dad offering? Like,
That's
You
the
know
thing
why.
that's creepy.
that's
You know
the
why,
real
step bro.
question. Why is he like? It's fucked up. The dad shouldn't be offering. The dad should be out of the picture. He's already had multiple kids in different families. Peace.
He already
dad.
bought the turkey baster.
Yeah.
But it's not like.
And what is he gonna do? Be like, yeah, I'm so excited. This is gonna be my kid. My daughter's gonna have my kid. Like, what's happening?
And in the comments, I did do a little bit of diving into the comments earlier,
Sure.
and there was, somebody said, oh, why are they going for only the father? Why can't it be a brother? And this is very likely the only male family member that is the closest one.
Yes.
Because
Sure.
otherwise,
They're the only one that I'm aware of as of this story.
Yeah. So
And Phoebe did it with her brother, so is it much different?
true. Phoebe did carry Frank's children, even though that was
a
her
little
brother.
weird.
It was a
It
little
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
We all knew it was weird, but I mean,
Oh, sure. No, it's totally weird. I think the
It's
thing
weird,
about it is
yeah.
like, so the question is this person the asshole? I wouldn't say they're the asshole, but I would also say to some extent it's none of your business because you live in Las Vegas and they live in France. This is going to affect your life not at all outside of Christmas cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you don't need
No,
to have
no,
a fit on
no,
your
no, no.
sister.
She lives in the States now.
Does she
Oh,
live in
does
the
she?
States?
That was part of the
Oh,
story.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Okay, yeah, that's right.
well, and you know how all these people are getting their 23andMe and they're discovering all these family members. For some reason, blood does bond people in a different way, whether for good or for bad. So she's not wrong that it's a sister being born. There's a half a genetic marker of her going.
but
to exist.
I guess
Well-
the only thing to bring into the equation is,
Mhm.
let's say their father or the girl's father, the mutual father of the two girls in the
Mhm.
story, the sisters.
Mhm.
Let's say he is a sperm donor, but they don't know specifically that it's him. How is it any different than any run-of-the-mill sperm donor? Because
Sure.
again, they're not genetically related.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and I
I'd
mean,
rather not
another-
know.
Right?
Well, that's-
Well, is the dad the asshole for? For-
Yeah, I think the
That's probably
dad's
his
the asshole
decision. He's
for,
like, you
for
know what?
volunteering.
I
Yeah.
got a good idea, guys.
He's just kind of crazy,
I mean,
but
it is. I'll say three things real quickly. Number one, it is handy that they have the genetic history literally at hand, so they know all of the things from
Scott's
from
the
the
dad.
side of the family. Well, look, I'm just throwing this
I
out
love
there.
it. Yeah.
They don't have to worry about another sperm donor ever trying to come after the kid and trying to get a hold of him. So that's something.
That's true. That's true.
I had one other thing, and now I can't remember. But
That's
anyway,
all good if you remember it later.
Probably wrong anyway.
Oh wow. Oh, that's
Probably.
some toxicity.
Okay, dude.
How could you be so mean to Scott? He's so sweet. Scott can be mean when he wants to be mean, though, because he's very by the book.
He's just so intelligent that like he'll be mean to you and you don't know.
You won't even know. He fucking will
just
do
like,
it circles around you.
Actually true.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so for the next one, Jess, go ahead and read this one. Actually, so it's the very first one that I posted, which is, well, I'll leave the title for you. It's the dog one though.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
No.
Am I the asshole for loving my dog more than my boyfriend's kid?
I can tell you already no.
Who's gonna argue this one?
Jesus Christ. Okay, my boyfriend, 28 male, and I, 26 female, which, by the way, okay, have been together. Well, she's not ready to be a mom. Have been together for a little over 2 years now, and he has a kid, 5 male, from a previous relation. Him and the kid's mom share custody equally, meaning the boy is 1 week at my boyfriend's and 1 week at his mom's, and so on. I have a dog that I got before I met my boy. I love my dog very much. She has my heart. Ooh, a girl dog. My boyfriend and I do not live together. Each of us has their own place. I get along with the kid fine, but I would not say I love this child. I do not miss him when he's at his mom, and I stay more at my place when he visits his dad. Mainly because I want them to spend time together, and also because I do not enjoy the kid stuff they do so much. This never was a problem until a few months ago. I make good money, but I'm not wealthy. I'm just living on my own with my dog and no kids, which means I have more money to spend than my boyfriend, who has an extra bedroom for his kid and needs to pay half of everything for the kid. Makes sense to me. That's what she literally wrote.
Yeah.
A few months ago, my dog needed surgery, which I paid for. It cost a few $1,000, and since I sensed a change in my boyfriend, and since then, she said that. And then since then I sensed a change.
Grammar on Reddit.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
He was surprised how easily I was able to afford that surgery and how I did not hesitate to pay this amount for my dog to save. I was taken aback by that because I love this dog very much and I would pay anything for her, and my boyfriend not accepting that hurts. I asked him if he would pay this much for his son, and he said, of course. And if I think my dog is as important as his son to me as, and if I think my dog, and
she wrote this in anger. She was like,
Need validation now.
And basically she should say, and do I think that my dog is as important as his son is? And I said, to me, she is my family. Since then, he brings up money way more often than before. Oh, fuck this guy already.
Yeah.
Whenever the kid needs something, my boyfriend makes jokes about me paying for it. Whenever I spend money on my dog, he asks what I got for his kid. He never gets stuff for my dog, by the way.
That's weird.
Last night, my boyfriend mentioned how he would love to take a vacation after all of this is over, probably meaning coronavirus.
Yeah.
I loved the idea. I loved this idea. And when we started kind of planning a little bit, he then says he wants his son to come with us. Then he explains how we should go somewhere kids love, how we should share the costs of the trip. All of this sounded to me like he wanted a good opportunity and fun time for his kid and for me to pay. I then said I do not want to pay for something I don't even enjoy. I would be happy for him and for the boy to go on this trip together, but just the two of them. And maybe if he has some money left, the two of us could go on a vacation after that. I would pay for myself. In parentheses, she says, but if he has no money, it's fine. He lost it. He asked me if I love my dog more than his son, and I was honest and said, yes, I chose this dog. She is my family. The fight went on the whole night, and he's currently not talking to me. So, am I the asshole for loving the dog I chose to have more? I chose to have more than my boyfriend's kid. Also, girl needs to fucking use some punctuation.
Thank you for reading that. I love that you read that because I felt like I could hear her.
I'm gonna say no. Chat seems to be saying no.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's
the asshole. I think he's the asshole.
He is the asshole.
There's an argument. I mean, I would say no.
I think that it's hard when you bring up because people go like, they start to think about the value of a dog's life versus the value of a child, right? So that's when it gets a little bit like tricky. And it's,
what if it was a cat though?
Oh, then fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah. The thing is, and a lot of people I think are saying this, like if she doesn't want to be a mother, and she's been with him for 2 years, she shouldn't be with him.
Yeah, that's true.
She doesn't like kid shit. I mean, and kid shit is annoying if you don't like kid shit.
And he's only 5.
How long did they say they'd been together?
2 years.
Too long for
Was
them
it 2 years,
not
Jess?
to have addressed this before.
Truly.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Also, he's being passive aggressive, talking about the money, and but also what he's really trying to do, what they're afraid to do, is actually have a conversation of where do you see this relationship going? Do you want to be a stepmother?
Yeah, no, true. Because if she doesn't want to be a stepmother to this kid, then this relationship should end because it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, they haven't talked
But
about it.
he
yet.
knows what the truth is. She
Mhm.
doesn't.
Right. She doesn't. Yeah. She doesn't want to be a stepmom. Like that's just that. So that's a big. Yeah, you are certainly the asshole.
I know a couple, which actually is very sad. There was a cat that kept the fiance from ever moving in with her, and honestly stayed off there getting married for years. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, she just doesn't want to get married to him." And no, he's allergic to the fucking cat and respects that she loves the cat, so they have their own place. And now the cat just died. I mean, it's not ideal, and it's not what I would want. But boy, if I fell in love with somebody and they don't like to be around cats, don't come to my. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
I know a couple like that as well, and they are engaged to be married, and they technically live in separate apartments because she has a cat that she loves and he's allergic. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think there's always with all these things. There's always a balance. There's always too much. I think for this person, I don't think they're the asshole. I don't think it's like because I get like, hey man, I got family members that had kids.
I don't think it's that black and white.
No, like I had family members that had like kids, and God love them. Scott is great at this, but there's a lot of people I know they have a kid and they do not know how to talk about anything else now but their kid. And it just gets to the point where I'm like, hey man, I don't have a kid. I can't like.
I can't relate.
I'll ask and I want to hear about your kid, but this does not need to be the focal point of every conversation. Like that'd be like, let's substitute kids for wrestling. I would not be very popular if every conversation I turned into be about fucking professional wrestling.
We all know that guy too.
Like,
we all know that guy.
Yeah.
People would be like, hey man, you're
no one's friends with that guy.
No.
With the animal thing, the only comparison I have briefly is like I would never ask anyone to ever choose their pet over anything ever. I can't say, and again, it's a balance thing. I have had the thing where it's like, I'm seeing a girl with a girl. We go back to her place. We're watching a movie. Dog's there. It's always a dog. Dog's there. It's great. This, that, and the other. We go back to the bedroom, start fooling around, and close the door. And the dog just starts clapping at the door. And rather than her telling the dog, like, hey, go away for a minute, she's like, oh, well, we're done. I'm going to let the dog in the room, and this is it. And I'm just like, all right, well, okay, I guess just the dog's here now. I'm gonna go, I guess. Which maybe it was a subtle, I don't want to have sex thing, maybe. Fair enough. But I was like, well, you seemed into it until the dog scratched
Until
on
the
door.
dog.
Which, that's the point where I'm like, there's a balance. I'm never going to ask you to get rid of your dog, but it's okay to tell the dog to be like, hey, go away for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Dog, I love you. You can fuck off. Yeah. Trust me, it ain't gonna take long, brother.
Yeah.
I wonder if no, I'm not gonna share this thought. I'm not gonna share this thought.
Oh my gosh. All right. We'll rescue Jessica. So Scott, will you read the next one, which is going to be the second one from the bottom? It is the airport one.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
you got
I
it.
think-
Okay, great.
Hold up. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pick up my wife from the airport at 12:30 a.m.?
Depends on the airport.
Okay, so, all right. We start off with a backstory. My wife is coming back from a 4-day business trip. Her flight is just under 3 hours. Oh, there's a lot of backstory. And she will be landing around 12:30 a.m. Airport is about 30 minutes away from our home. She generally hates flying in this late and asked if I could come pick her up from the airport. To clarify, the airport is O'Hare. It's a huge, busy airport.
Oh,
Okay.
Chicago,
All right,
Chicago.
That changes things. That changes things.
It
At
does
12:30.
not. It does not.
There are hundreds
just
of business
kidding.
travelers
I know,
coming
I'm
through even at 1 a.m. and a huge fleet of taxis / Ubers standing by to take them home. If this was a little airport and she was waiting by herself for a taxi for 20 minutes, you would not be reading this post. As much as people are sensitive to it, safety is realistically not a huge issue here. Alright. I have to get up early and commute to work the next morning and wouldn't be getting home until around 1 to 1:30 a.m. I get why she wants me to come, and I know it would be the good thing to do, but I also feel like she'd be completely fine just taking a taxi this one time.
See, he knows it would be the good thing to do.
Am I just being lazy, or am I being a lazy asshole here, Reddit? And then, okay, edit number 1. Sigh. God damn it. I kind of threw in the back of my head that I should just go, but thank you for confirming. I'll suck it up and go get her. Okay, so these were edits after
Interesting.
the fact.
Okay, I didn't see that. So that's interesting.
So he decided to go.
Whether to do it or not.
He
Fuck
went.
it.
I'll
We don't know
I'll
if he
give it
went.
away. Well, do you want me to read it?
You know what? Okay, hold the thought.
Okay.
So okay, let's talk. Is he an asshole for initially not wanting to go? Because what do you guys think? He's an ass. 12:30 at night. You expect your husband to come?
Yeah, I kind of
It's
think.
airport shit. Like if she wants it, then you gotta take the dick, brother.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that doesn't
it's
seem-
some best friend
Yeah,
shit.
that's-
It's airports and moving.
That's
like,
yep,
so-
that's how I feel. That is the one thing that like I mean, again, this is all going to be personal perspective, but for me, like that is something you have to compromise on in a relationship. Like it would hurt me to no end if my significant other would not pick me up from the airport. Like it was so funny because I remember a friend of mine, ours, telling a story about going to the airport in like an Uber and realizing, oh wait, it's because this person's boyfriend doesn't have a car. And I literally went, why are you then? Because what is a partner for if not to drive you to the airport?
Right.
Maybe that's like really fucking cynical of me, but I'm sorry. Like
Okay.
Not because it's like, is that person even an equal? Like,
Yeah.
there's a difference between. Oh, I know who we're talking about now. It's a
you
difference
know
between.
exactly who I'm talking about, Jessica.
It's a difference between. I don't have a car because I crashed it, and so I'm figuring
Sure.
it out.
Right.
Or I'm a fucking lazy. I don't know. I'm not talking about this person we're talking about specifically, but
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I just want things to come to me, or like. This makes me so mad. Here's the thing. Scott asks.
Yeah.
Scott asks for rides unabashedly from LAX. And
Yeah.
you know why? Because his wife has to stay home with 2 fucking kids.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
that's different.
Different.
Yeah, hey.
That's
Yeah.
totally different. No, I had a
Yeah.
friend text me and she was like, "Oh my god, I am so sorry. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. I just can't deal with putting a car seat in an Uber. Is there any way you can come get me and my daughter and drive us to the airport?" And I'm like, "No problem." And she's
Yeah.
like, "It's Burbank Airport." And I was like,
Oh,
"Girl, that's
nice.
really no problem."
Bob Hope, hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
No,
She's like, "Can you just drive us in our car to the airport?" And I'm like, "That's fine."
Burbank is so easy that I valeted my car last time I flew from there. 'Cause
Right,
it's
right.
that inexpensive. But and here's I want to hear what you have to say, Cameron. But I'm gonna add this
Yeah.
caveat. I only asked Scott to pick me up when I came back from Boston recently because I know he's unafraid to ask other people to pick him up from the airport. And I was like, you know what? This motherfucker asks people all the time. Do you want to come get? And I also, how many times, Scott, did I say, you can't? And then the timing was similar, right? This was about
Yeah.
12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
How many times did I say, I am going to get a lift? If you cannot pick me up, that is okay.
Totally
I do
fine.
not. That being said, of course, I don't want to take a lift at night as a woman. I
course.
don't. It's not ideal. But of course, 99% of the time, I'm going to be fine. But,
Mhm.
like,
And I was happy to pick you up. It was
Yeah.
it was no problem.
it was easy, free friend time. It really was. So what
Mhm.
were you going to say, Cameron?
Well, so there's a couple. So I'm usually the friend who does pick people up at the airport. I've done it multiple times.
Can confirm.
Same.
Cameron has
Yep.
picked me
I
up at the
picked
airport
Cameron
before.
up from the airport.
Okay,
Yeah,
for
no.
a contest, Janelle. Okay.
No, I'm a good
And
friend.
he's in his fucking underwear hanging out on
So
the couch.
the thing thing I have. So just going back to the story real quick, did the guy say he actually told his wife he didn't want to, or was it the question was, am I an asshole for not wanting to? Like basically, did he make that information known to his wife?
Scott, can you confirm that?
Did
Yeah,
he
I'm
say
looking at it
no, or
now.
did he just say I don't want to?
Or did he say anything to her? Or was it like she just kind of hit him up and was like, "Hey, could you pick me up?" And then he went to Reddit and was like, "I don't want to."
It sounds like the latter. It doesn't sound like he told her that he didn't want to.
Oh.
Okay.
Asshole.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna stand with like, of course you have to do it. I don't know if you're only because again, so the information is he has to get up at like 5 a.m.
not
and
wanting
he
to
works
do it is
till
totally
1
different.
a.m.
Nobody
Does
wants
it
to
say
do
he has to get up at 5 a.m. and works until 1
Yeah,
a.m.?
I guess
He
it's all.
says-
Because as someone who's done a manual labor job at night, where you don't get
It's
home
hard.
till anytime, if a friend called me up and was like, "Could you pick me up at the airport right in the middle of when you would usually be asleep for
say
your
no.
massive manual labor job?"
Oh,
I would go, "Sure," but mentally be going, "Fuck."
Yeah.
So I think it's fair for someone to be mentally going fuck, and maybe even go on Reddit and be like, "This sucks."
I was gonna say
Yeah.
he tells his wife no, then asks
but then-
Reddit,
Yeah,
calls her
well,
back.
if he-
and
if
says,
he- if he
"Oh,
on the phone tells his
Reddit said I
wife
should pick
no,
you up."
That's
So-
fucked
Yeah.
up.
So let's go to Scott for the rest of the edit.
Really
Oh,
quickly.
sorry, Jess, go ahead.
So it begs the question: his wife knows his goddamn motherfucking schedule, so why
True.
is she asking that? So
And
if
so
she-
that's a secondary question. If she knows the schedule, she knows that's the thing. Is then she the asshole for being like, "Well, I don't want to take a lift. I
or
want
is
you
she
to
nervous
get me."
Wow.
at O'Hare?
Or is she
Mhm.
nervous?
Yeah.
And these are the missing factors. I don't know what his job is. It sounds like the
Sure.
hours suck. It's a crowded ass airport. There's many factors that make it hard for me to just straight out go, "This dude sucks."
No, I agree. And I mean, that's the thing is like for me,
Fair point.
asking somebody to give me a ride to the airport is like a level of friendship I don't feel like I have with a lot of people.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
no,
especially,
it's the moving. It's always
especially-
It really is like
airport pickups and
Yes,
can you help me
and
move?
can you
It's
help
like
me
the
it's
move?
same
like it's like
fucking
honestly it's like this
real
group
friendship.
and like just a few other
Right.
people. Like
But
that's
again,
about
it's
it.
like-
Why I don't
but-
ask people?
Mhm.
Right. But again, but
Yeah.
it is all individual perspective. So again, it's
Yes,
like
of
to
course.
go back to my story earlier about the mutual friends whom we all have, wherein half of this relationship he does not own a car. I respect that for other people that is not a deal breaker. For me, that is a very important factor in a relationship. So,
Sure.
you know.
Fair.
You gotta travel for the punani.
You gotta get a nice set of wheels, baby.
The dick better be good.
So this guy, he did say he has to get up early and commute to work the next morning, but he doesn't say what time. He doesn't say
Okay.
he's going
Hmm.
into his shift
I
at the
thought he said
hospital.
Friday.
Right, or he doesn't say what kind of work. Yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't say what kind
Oh.
of work and how early.
Oh,
but
how did
he-
he finish it, Scott? Were there any edits?
Okay, so
Okay.
You guys.
so the
Red
the
Rider in
So
the
he's
chat
reading the rest
says two things. Number one, everyone is an asshole from a certain point of view, and also in regards to what we were discussing earlier, gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Sure.
And sometimes that risks
Shot
car
game.
insurance, okay?
All right, go ahead, Scott. Tell us what the edits were. Updates.
So the first additional edit was sigh, god damn it. I kind of knew in the back of my head that I should just go, but thank you for confirming. I'll suck it up and go get her. Thanks, Reddit.
Oh, that's nice.
Edit 2.
Oh.
I went. She had a shitty flight and was surprised/overwhelmed to see me and cried happy tears. It was a cute moment. Your comments and shaming made it all possible. Okay, off to bed.
Thank you for shitting on me, Reddit.
Thanks,
All as
Reddit.
as well, I guess.
That's a-
So again,
Aw.
to me, this is a guy who's venting
That's
on
kinda
Reddit because it doesn't
cute.
sound like it didn't sound like he told his wife like no.
He's like, I don't want
So-
to. I don't want to do the fucking dishes.
Because she cried. Because by her being overwhelmed, like, did she cry because he was surprised that he was there, or just
I don't
because
know.
she was
I don't know.
happy?
I don't know how.
It's
I've not been to
Ultimately-
O'Hare. I don't know how you could surprise pick up someone at the airport unless you're holding the sign. You know exactly. Because if I called up a
Yeah.
friend like out of the
It's
blue, knowing when their
expensive to
flight,
park at O'Hare, but it sounds like he went above and beyond and he went to like short-term parking.
Either
Yeah.
that or he probably texted her and told her, like, you know what, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here, and just let me know. Like, she probably said, oh, well, I'm landing, or I landed. I'm going to go get my stuff. And then maybe he went to go
Yeah.
get her. Yeah, I'm going to go pick up my luggage or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. But either way, that's a good, feels good. Now let's fuck some people up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get some real assholes.
Andy, why don't you read the
Give me some juice.
Yeah, you want some juice? Okay. Reporting the delivery driver. This is a good one.
Oh, okay.
Very relevant to what's going on now
snap.
that we're all getting delivery.
I don't think you told me about
Yeah,
this.
a
Really.
I didn't tell you.
Restaurants and stuff are stopping using the delivery apps because they don't believe that the drivers are up to their standards.
They're not.
What episode of Seinfeld am I watching?
There's a guy who came without a mask the other day. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nah, man.
Not cool.
I've been ordering pickup from local restaurants that I can walk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get Tamashi?
I haven't gotten Tamashi. I keep getting this trash salad from the Federal.
Oh, I'm thinking about going to Tamashi.
We need to get
I'm
our-
thinking
our
about going to
ramen fix.
Tamashi.
It's so good. Oh,
Tamashi's
yeah.
ramen for anybody out there who doesn't know. It's
I
went to
really
Tamashi
want to go to
last week.
Dave's, but it's so busy all the time, and I don't feel comfortable with how busy Dave's Hot Chicken is.
Oh yeah.
Would you be able to call it in and just like when they say come in 20 minutes, go do a pickup?
I don't really know because like the pickup people last time I was there and I went and waited,
Oh.
like they were storming in from the back and like it was not a good situation.
Shit. All right, Bandy, go
Yeah.
ahead
Okay.
and start on this one.
All right, I
this one's
queued it up.
kind of a little bit of a long one, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's not too long. It's actually fine. All right, go ahead.
Am I the asshole for reporting a delivery driver who I thought was lying to get out of doing more work?
Ooh.
So today for lunch, I decided to order from a Mexican restaurant through one of those food delivery services. I've had a bad
Yeah.
experience or two where my order was missing some items, but the drivers would always be gone before I realized and could catch them to fix the issue. I'd always have to report it through the app's support chat, which is such a pain to use because they obviously outsource their representatives, and it's frustrating trying to communicate with them. I usually give up after a few messages back and forth. When my driver arrived, I told her to stay so I could check the bag and make sure everything was there. I noticed she kind of raised her eyebrow for a moment, but otherwise she stood quietly and waited. Sure enough, a couple things were missing. I politely said she needed to return to the restaurant and get my missing items. In a very neutral, rehearsed sounding tone, she said that it's against company policy to do that and I should contact support through the app. I explained that I preferred not to deal with support. She said they're the only ones who can help, and she's really not supposed to go back to the restaurant. I was a bit annoyed at this point, so I asked what the company policy was on making sure orders were correct. She said that restaurants close the bags for the drivers, and they're not meant to open them or the containers inside. Something about food safety violations and not being trained, question mark. After a moment, she apologized for the trouble and left. To me, this honestly sounds like a bunch of BS excuses
he's an
to get out of doing her whole job. If they can't go back to the restaurant, how are customers supposed to get their food/money back? If they can't open bags to check orders, how do they even know they're delivering the right food? It makes no sense to me. So on the page where I rate my driver and can leave feedback, I made a note of my situation and explained why I thought she was in the wrong. I then left 1 star and revoked my tip.
Now read the rest part is Karen.
I was going to say, okay, Karen.
No, yeah, you need
A
to
bit
read
later,
that.
I was talking to my sister over the phone, who I thought would enjoy the story because she works for a different but similar delivery company. My sister said, "Did you actually think she was going to go back to the restaurant?" I laughed, thinking she was taking a dig at a competing company's drivers, but she said, "I'm not joking. You literally reported her for following the rules." I need my big
Buffon, you need the Buffon, baby.
At first, I thought my sister had misunderstood a part of the story or something, so I kind of brushed it off. But now, based on her reaction and what both her and the driver said, I'm wondering if they're right. Am I the asshole for reporting her and taking my tip back because I thought she was lying?
You are an asshole.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
end.
textbook Karen right there, brother.
Hard Karen.
That is some legit Karen shit.
This is
quite
legit Karen.
honestly.
You already know. Okay,
Dude.
that person cannot open your food and check it for you. They
So
literally
No.
grab it.
has anybody else besides me worked Postmates or anything like that?
I have not.
I've worked, no, I haven't. But you're correct that like it is a third party. That is something you risk
Yeah.
by getting delivery through a third party. Sorry, not sorry. That delivery driver is not lying. Especially
No.
right now, they are not lying.
Do you guys
And
want
guess what? Her canned, rehearsed response of like, it is a company policy. That's why it was canned and rehearsed of like, this is what I'm supposed to say.
Because it is a company policy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was just gonna say, Andy. This is not the first time she's dealt with this asshole. It's not the first time she's lost a fucking tip because of this asshole.
No, and that Karen has never had a service job before.
Okay.
So when you do Postmates, there's 3 kinds of orders. There's the order where the driver has to go in and do the order themselves. Like I would have to go behind the counter and tell the person they want this, and that. And the other. There's
if you were going to like McDonald's.
Oh, the McDonald's mostly, but there are actually some like there's a restaurant near the old Hyper House where it's like it was like a huge order and it was like a sit down. I think it was like a pho place, and I had to go in and like place the order.
Oh yeah.
So there's those. There are. And usually sometimes the restaurant will have the order ready to go, and I'll just be the one that's like, hey, I'm the guy
literally picking it up. Yeah.
And those usually,
Like they go number 451, and you're like, that's me. And
that one happens.
Yeah.
When that case, if I'm going and the food's already finished and done, it's 100% usually like wrapped up in 3 bags.
Mhm.
Each thing is wrapped up in its own thing.
Yes.
Now, Postmates does want to, if you go to McDonald's or something, that they want you to check the order because it's like a McDonald's bag, and you're the one who placed the order, and you got this like non-closed bag.
Okay.
Yeah,
There,
but if you're just the pickup and delivery person, then you
100%.
cannot check
It's
it.
like stapled and
Are,
shit.
are you
so
guys,
Yeah.
are you guys ready for this? Oh, go ahead.
I've had
Cam.
this happen to me. I've had
Really?
like,
Yeah.
it
I
was
believe
right-
it. I believe it.
One of the last Postmates job I worked, I had to go pick up a thing from I think
Was it
like,
Halle Berry?
No, it was not the Halle Berry one. Halle Berry ordered a pizza. It was really simple. She was great. Fantastic tipper, by the way. No, and here's the thing: like the woman who I delivered to, she was super sweet. So it didn't turn into this kind of scenario, but it was a scenario of picking up the order. It was already wrapped up. Take it to the house, and the restaurant got it completely wrong. And so they called me because I hadn't closed the order yet. And that's the other thing too. The idea of having to go back to the restaurant, that's also thinking you don't have a bunch of other orders stacked in the app, which most drivers do. And so she called me, and it was the last order I was doing that night. And she's like, hey, here's the issues. And I was like, okay, well, you'll have to call the restaurant. I said, I'm happy to go get the correct order, but I can't call the restaurant. You have to. Because that's just how that works. And she was cool, and that's what I did. And I went to the restaurant.
She's like, you're lying. You're lying.
But if she wanted to, she easily could have been like knocked me down and all the one starred me and said I was lying. And I'm just like, so yeah, this person is the asshole.
Yeah,
1,000%.
So check this out. Check this out. This is the beauty of Reddit, right? People go on Reddit. Okay. This is the first comment. This comment received gold, silver, everything. Oh my, is the world really this small? This could be a total coincidence, and I guess I have no real way to confirm either way, but I had a very similar conversation with the customer today over a missing burrito and a side of cheese dip. Even if you're not the person I talked to, I'm off the clock now, so I have some more words for you and people like you. First off, it's so annoying when people say, oh, hold on a second, smile. Just want to make sure it's all here, smile. Right
Smiley
now,
face.
yeah, my smiley face, yeah. Right then, I know I might be about to waste time having this exact conversation. Yes, it's scripted because it happens all the time, and it's easier to be prepared. Second off, I cannot return to the restaurant. If I don't mark your order as delivered in a given amount of time, I start getting calls from dispatch. If I mark your order as delivered, then go back to the restaurant, I've lost your order info because the system thinks that I don't need it anymore. And usually I have
you don't have an address to go back to.
Exactly.
Also, this guy's spending way too much time to explain it to her, but whatever.
Yeah, but they're like, listen, for every motherfucking Karen agreeing with you. Yeah, so third off, stop and think about it. Do you want this person you don't know opening your food containers with their hands so they haven't been touching a steering wheel, dozens of door handles and doorbells, cash tips from questionable places, and that haven't been washed all day because they've been in a car? It's nasty and it's not sanitary. The cats are fighting. I try to verify with restaurants, but most of the time they're practically shoving me out the door. So, sorry. Fourth off, I spend literally all day delivering food to people just to make money. With one of my companies, I have no choice but to deliver orders I'm given, so I can't be lazy. With the rest, I still can't be lazy because if I am, that means less money. You know nothing about this industry. I couldn't say this before, but I can say it now. You're the asshole.
Yeah. That reminds me of the there's a video where there was a Burger King that was on fire, and there was a lady grilling the employees for not giving her money back.
Yeah. Yo.
That was some
dumb.
ultra Karen final form type shit. Of like, go back in the burning building, get my money back.
Yeah, that is
And
Karen.
then going to grill them about their minimum wage jobs and shit.
What a Karen.
Holy shit.
Cam, so you said you had did you pull up your Lego story?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
ready to go.
Okay. Cameron has been waiting to read this Lego story.
One extra thing.
Oh,
This
go ahead.
was labeled asshole.
Oh yeah,
Like,
this
there
is
are
flared
some
asshole.
stories that
Yeah,
are
this person is an
scientifically
asshole.
proven.
I don't know.
Certified
I don't know
boom.
if this is a Karen or if this is a what's the male equivalent though?
Oh, what was it?
Darren.
Oh,
Jared?
No, we like Darren. What? No, there is one Darren I fucking hate. But there's
Yeah.
one Darren I love a
Male.
lot. So
Gregory.
I think Craig. I think I've heard Craig.
Oh,
Craig.
Craig. That's good.
That
That's
sounds-
good.
That sounds
Jack.
about right.
You know what? I typed in male equivalent and it said of Karen. Filled it in.
What
For
did it
Karen.
say?
Someone posted on Facebook saying, "Are Becky's the daughters of Karen?"
Becky.
There's a bunch of okay. Chat is suggesting Chad. I think
No.
Chad is
No,
too
Chad is-
dumb.
Chad is
is
like alpha
not-
male.
Chad is
like,
alpha male.
and the
Chad
equivalent
is alpha male.
the female equivalent of Chad is
I like-
Stacy. Stacy's
Yes,
a god.
I like. Oh, Stacy's 100%. I like Melpomeno's suggestion of Richard.
Richard, what
Get
the
outta here.
fuck, Richard?
Isn't that
It's
Dick?
really
That's Dick,
funny.
right? That's
That's
perfect.
Dick.
Because you have to think about
That's
it.
funny.
What was like the Karen has to have their prime in the 80s, and Chad has their prime in like the early aughts, right?
Mm.
And Becky is early aughts too.
Yeah.
So we need
Yeah, Becky, Chad, Stacy, they're all the same person.
So
Different
we need a
generation.
Karen equivalent, which Richard's pretty good, but
Richard's
like
pretty
Becky's the one with the
good.
good
Pretty
hair.
good.
Yeah.
Clark might be a good one. Or
Clark's
but
nerdy.
we-
He's too
like,
nerdy.
what's your dad's name?
David.
My dad's name is Graham.
No.
Oh,
his-
you know what it is? I know what it is. Actually, Nico already said it. It's Greg. It's Greg.
It is- I said-
Greg.
It's actually Greg.
I feel like it has to be
Mm.
Gregory though.
Gregory. True, because it's the full name. It used to be Greg, but I go by Gregory now.
Okay. Rob Vegas suggested Trevor, Braden, or Jaden.
No,
But again,
because
those names are too contemporary.
I like Richard. I think Richard's
I
solid.
think Richard is perfect.
Richard, because you're not Rick, you're not Ricky. Even Dick is cooler than Richard.
I
Like,
think Richard is really kind of perfect.
what is Patrick? What's Bateman's name in American Psycho?
Ooh.
Patrick Bateman,
No,
Patrick?
no. Whatever. No.
Christian
no,
Bale?
what's his
Christian
name?
Bale, like Christian.
Christian Bale. Yeah. What's the character's
You
name?
said it.
Patrick Bateman.
Patrick.
Patrick. It's a
Yeah, there's
Patrick.
Patrick. The
Patrick.
Patrick. Yeah.
Karen
Okay,
and Patrick.
that's good. We settled. We have a few options.
Mooney Mika and Chad says Karen and Richard cordially invite you to their very white and privileged wedding.
where they will be unsatisfied with the catering.
Yeah, they will file complaints
And find a way to
and not pay
have
them
to
in
pay for
full.
No
They're gonna-
tips
I
they're
in
gonna
sight,
play
Richard
Wires
brother.
is
again all the time.
perfect.
Oh,
All right,
man.
all right. Let's get this Lego story. So Cameron
Anyway,
has told this
let's go.
story for us a couple times, but I have not read or heard the actual full story. So thank you for
Oh,
bringing
it's
that up, Cam. All right, let's go.
only but a goodie. I can't wait for the chat
Yes.
to see this
Okay.
one. Am I the asshole for
Andy.
throwing away my 33-year-old boyfriend's Lego toys? So let that
Lego
sit in.
toy.
Already.
Wait.
Say Legos, you know?
Lego toys. Let
Already
that
I'm
sit for a
furious.
moment.
Throwing away my
Oh.
33-year-old boyfriend's Lego toy?
Lego toy.
Okay, Cam, all you've done is read the headline, and everyone in chat is saying yes. You are the asshole.
First of all, it's the
Yes.
action
Wait till you hear
figure.
the story. Wait to hear the story. It's so
Wait,
good.
guys, this story is
God,
amazing.
As we got toys in our backgrounds.
Oh yeah, right. Yes, I'm
Including
aware
for
how
me unbuilt Lego sets.
Yes, I'm aware how stupid and ridiculous this whole situation is. I, 29-year-old female, have been with my boyfriend Tom for nearly 2 years. He works with computers. He has a normal life, normal social life, and a job until you get to the Lego figures. Oh boy, so good. His house is normal, except for the fact that he has an entire room, all caps, dedicated to Lego models and fake buildings. Lately, the subject of getting engaged has cropped up.
Scott, okay, let's just pause. We're gonna continue this in a second. But,
Buildings for ants?
Scott's reaction to that was perfect because if you've ever been to Scott's house,
It's an entire room.
And then, yeah, an entire room.
Grow up, Scott. Okay,
I'm not
grow up.
streaming from that room right now. I'm upstairs, but otherwise I would show it off. That's so funny.
Lately, the subject of getting engaged has cropped up, but Tom wasn't keen on the idea. He said it's too soon. We have some trust issues due to a drunken mishap on my part a few months back, but that's in the past now and not why I'm here. It's just for context, so please don't base your answers off of that. due to a lot of stress in my life right now and financial stress due to becoming unemployed, I decided that I should move into Tom's house.
Wow, there's so much going on here.
What the
There's
fuck?
a lot.
It's a
happening
3-bedroom detached house with a nice garden. Tom's job is super well paying, so it really shouldn't be a problem. When I asked him, he got all weird and said that there was no room. ... He has 3 bedrooms. ... So I argued this and said he's not ready and that he needs the room. And he said he's not ready and he needs his rooms for his Legos. Yeah, I know, right? Or what she wrote. He said he needed time to fully trust me and that he wasn't ready to rush things. I told him he would never notice if half of those Legos disappeared into thin air because he has hundreds. He said I'm exaggerating and claimed he knows every single piece he's ever bought. So I'll admit, I was already feeling pretty hurt that he didn't want me moving in and didn't trust me. So I decided to put his claims to the test to see if he was just making excuses. I grabbed the trash bag while he showered and filled it with Legos from different rooms. I took them home and dumped them in the trash.
Not even his trash.
Bro.
Wow.
The next morning, I got a call from Tom accusing me of stealing his Legos. I denied it at first because I panicked. But it turns out Tom's security camera caught me taking the bag to the car.
Yes. Smart man.
You know he bought that cam for the Legos.
Yes.
Of course.
I thought he would understand that I was hurt. But he's threatening to sue me for losses, and he claims an amount of $6,000. There's no way in hell any of those things I took were worth that, and I definitely can't pay that kind of money. It's fucking bullshit blocks, for Christ's sake. Tom said he can't prove it, and he will be filing for the losses and asked for his keys back. Am I the asshole for this? I didn't think he would notice, and I thought he would realize that he didn't really need them and maybe expose the Lego as a cover-up for not wanting to progress our relationship. Now the relationship is over because of some dumb toys. Am I the asshole?
Yes, you're the asshole.
100%.
100.
Yes. Oh my god.
That is
Well,
not okay.
Think of it from her perspective, though. Psych, you're an asshole.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, I've mostly been the one throughout the night trying to go like, listen, we don't know this point of view. We don't know. This girl gave us so many of her own point of views on like, I drunkenly cheated, so he doesn't trust me. I lost my job, so I demanded to move into his house.
Yep. Which is awful.
He set his clear boundaries, so I broke in and chucked out his stuff.
Right.
I'm like, he got all the info.
It's too late for you, bitch.
Yeah.
Like your imagination is gone, yo.
Wow. That yeah.
So good.
Clear
So good.
fucking asshole.
I
Holy
countered
shit.
with a different. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, you had one earlier, right, Jesse? You wanted to share?
Well,
I think-
let's say this, though. If some people don't know, and I think most people in this chat probably do know, but if you don't know, like, I started getting some Legos. You could easily get to $6,000 and not even barely fill a room.
Easily.
Absolutely.
Easily.
For sure.
Legos are not cheap.
And Scott's
No.
like, I wish my fucking Warhammer shit cost the same as Legos. Holy shit.
And I'll tell you this, as someone who literally has a room full of hundreds, if not thousands of toys, I know every single one that's in there.
They're just
Yes,
goddammit.
I saw you fucking. I saw you nodding because you were like
Every piece,
"Yup,"
every
like,
stroke of
course
paint,
you
brother.
know
Come on, man.
everything, especially because you're in there. Like, especially with Legos, it's so intricate. You know, like
Well, it's also my thing is like she took some pieces. So to my mind, I'm like, what would you have taken that you thought you could have gotten away with? Like one of the little trees,
right.
or like an entire set? Like I took
One
the
leaf
back
and turn it around.
She
in the
probably
back.
took like a Hogwarts castle and like put that in a bag and was like, he won't notice. You know,
I need that guy to
Oh.
take a picture of his house, and so we can see what his setup is. 'cause,
and be like,
you know,
I've noticed everything. I appreciate everything. You know, like I would like.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not the same magnitude, but one time
She
I was
took some
grounded
really
and my
fucking-
mom threw away my gaming magazines.
Hmm.
And I went out in the back in the trash and I got them back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
It was like my PSN, my tips and tricks.
Yeah,
like,
my dad did the same
Game
thing with
Pro
my
and
geek
shit.
monthlies. I was really upset. I saved a few of them, but
I need that shit. That was my
yeah,
jam. Come on.
man, this
Okay,
gaming corner.
so-
I can still
You
my
guys-
EGMs.
I
can
just
still read
side
them.
note. Right now, this is just a real-time update from my life. That is the opposite of cringe because it involves Matt Acevedo, one of the
Oh
purists.
yeah, he's so pure.
Matt is texting me about the wall market stuff in Final Fantasy VII Remake right now.
he's days behind. He's days behind.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's days behind.
Love
Ooh,
Matt.
wait, one more small tidbit. But my mom did sell my gaming consoles at a yard sale without my consent for like $5 a piece, and
No.
said you only need one.
Ouch.
Okay, tell them what
thank-
your mom did with the Wii thing. Do that.
Thank
Karen
Mama
in here.
RuPaul that it was I kept
Papa
the Super
Bless group.
Nintendo, which was like the best one, but she
Okay.
sold my Sega Saturn, my Sega CD, like
All right.
all that shit.
So people are asking Matt's reaction to Wall Market. Matt's reaction to Wall Market is that it's the best sequence in a video game he's ever seen. It's fucking magical. It could cure the virus if it wanted to. And best part of the update, he went with the luxury hand massage.
Did
So-
that turn him on?
Okay. And Wall Market comes like it's nighttime at first, right? When you first unlock, and then because it was so weird to see it during the day.
To see it during the day, right? It
Yeah.
was like sad Vegas during the day.
I know
So
that
weird.
our friend Brandon Winfrey put that as like his top 3 gaming.
Oh, the
moments.
honeybee inn.
The honeybee and stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
all the entire Wall Market sequence. Okay, so let's talk about it for
Yes,
just a quick second.
go for it. The opposite of cringe
We're
again.
gonna take a little
We're
turn.
taking.
This
We're
is the op-
taking.
This
This
is
is our
no,
relief.
This is
Let your face
cleanser.
relax. Let us see
this
your
is
neck.
okay. This is your palate cleanser.
There you go.
All of Wall Market in the Final Fantasy VII remake is the opposite of cringe because Wall Market in the original game in 1997 already was handled better than it ought to have been.
Okay, hold on, wait. For maybe there might be one person here who has no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Okay. So Wall Market, the whole thing is that you discover that one of your allies has gone off to the mansion of this disgusting, like local, like billionaire gangster guy, basically, because she's trying to get information out of him.
Okay.
So you discover that she's on her way there, and you're with another like new companion you've picked up along the way, and she's like, "Yo, we gotta go rescue her." And
right.
so Don Corneo, though, the guy who you're trying to get into his mansion, will not allow men into his mansion. Basically, Cloud, the primary protagonist, has to cross-dress in order to get into the mansion. This is a gag in the original game. It's a gag.
It's like some Bugs Bunny shit.
Totally.
Yeah.
Again, but it's
Little
it's
Chungus.
Bugs Bunny level. There's not a lot of shaming about the cross-dressing or anything. It just
Right.
it's a gag.
Yeah, it's a
And
joke.
again, it could have been handled very badly. It's not. It's totally Bugs Bunny cross-dressing gag.
Mhm.
In the remake, they turn it into this whole like exploration of gender identity and fluidity, and like it is the most beautifully executed thing
I was
I've probably
living.
ever
I was
seen in a video
living
game.
like watching that. So I watched. If in case you guys don't know, I'm sure a lot of you are here from Emma's stream. But Emma's streams usually from 12 on, 12
Yeah.
noon. And so I never played these games, and never played any of the Final Fantasy games. And so I was really grateful to that she's playing. She played the old one on
Yeah.
stream, and she played this one on stream. And that moment was like all of my gay fantasies.
Just
like, I
the
was just like,
J-pop
Yeah.
like dance sequences and shit too.
There's a,
It's
yeah,
like-
there's
So
a
fun.
whole
Leading
there is
into
there's
it.
a total J-pop dance sequence,
Mhm.
and again, like it is not played as a. It's just so beautifully done. I've never like it. I was totally a gay.
yeah, why don't you cry about it, huh?
I almost did on stream.
I will say there is for my own. We do want to talk a little bit about cringe. My own pleasure watching so many channels, rewatching Spirits Within, and going, "Ooh, this movie's boring."
It's pretty boring. Yeah.
Trying to review
dude,
it.
I saw that shit in the theater. It was not good.
Oh, you were one of the 5.
Yes.
I saw
yes.
it too, Andy.
Which one?
Spirits
Final
Within, it
Fantasy:
was
The Spirits
bad.
Within. It
Oh,
was a CG movie.
shit.
It had nothing to do with the games at
Any
all.
Final Fantasies
Damn.
at all.
It's like
And
let's
it was awful.
let's take
It
every
didn't even
famous
have any of
90s
the-
movie and smoosh
Yeah.
it together.
Sorry, it didn't even have any of the like common like Final Fantasy tropes. You know what I
No.
like? It was
Mhm.
just
No.
not good.
Wow.
I will say there were a couple of cool toys they made from that movie.
Toys that
That's
you would
right.
notice if they went
Back.
missing.
I mean, the
Didn't even notice they were
technology,
gone.
the technology was pretty good for the time of like capturing the actors and realism.
Well, it almost
but-
there's a
so
gaming
shitty.
YouTube channel I've been watching lately that I love called like Matt McMuscles. He does like these gaming
Oh,
videos, the
nice.
girly guy. But he did one on Spirits Within, and it almost like it bombed so badly, and they sunk so much money into it that it almost closed Square.
Oh God.
Wow.
I like how I remember I went with my dad to see the movie, and because
what did the captain think?
because he going into it, he's like, oh man, like they're taking my jobs. It's gonna be all like fake actors in the future. And then walking out, he's like, I'm good.
I'm fine. Dude, okay. So I rewatched Advent Children last night because I can only like one thing at a time. I have an addictive personality. It's hard for me to like more than one thing at once. I've known this about myself for but anyway, but rewatching Advent Children last night, which I was joking about this in my chat yesterday. The Snyder cut of Advent Children makes all the difference.
Oh God.
The complete version, the extended version, it's about half an hour longer. It really makes a massive difference in terms of it telling a cohesive story. And I'd completely forgotten about one of the moments during the big fight in the last part of the movie, and I was like, oh God, oh no, my heart. But anyway, but what I will say is that watching it now, though, because again, this movie was made in 2005. Watching it, I'm like, all of their skin is so perfect because like
the graphics weren't there yet. Yeah.
They weren't there yet. No, in the Final
The
Fantasy
pores
VII
and stuff.
remake, like the characters have pores. They have texture.
pores.
Yeah. Their skin is like
massive.
transparent and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
That's trippy. That's trippy.
On that kick, because of the Resident Evil 3 remake, I went to go watch the Resident Evil CG movies. Has anybody seen these?
Shit, I've seen them, Cameron.
The first
They're
one.
okay, aren't they?
No, the first one's pretty bad.
What's the first one? Degeneration?
Really?
Is that the first one?
Degenerate. It's so bad.
Degenerate.
No, but I was just so happy that both.
Resident Evil suck it.
Can I tell you though the one thing that I sort of like?
I
about
suddenly
that
want to
movie?
see Triple H and Shawn Michaels kill a bunch of zombies.
No. But I just
would
want to
die
say that for me, as a Resident Evil 2 stan, I was just really happy that both Claire and Leon were in that movie.
No, I agree with you. So here's the thing: is like I'd seen that first one when it first came out in 2009.
Yeah,
I think.
Really? Had I already graduated from college?
Oh yeah, and there. By the way, the first two are on Crackle now, so that's how I watched them. Great on Crackle. But so I was like, I watched a playthrough of Resident Evil 3. I'm like, I'm in a mood. Let me watch these, see how they are, because I'd never seen the second or the third one. I still haven't seen the third one yet. But the first one, I was like, man, this is really clunky and pretty bad. I mean, it's bad in a fun way because it is like watching these characters again. But there is some stuff where I'm like, oh man, this is so bad.
It is pretty bad though.
I started the second one, same writer, a lot of the same team, and I'm like, here we go. Second one's pretty good. It's actually pretty damn good. It's like a legit, pretty solid fucking. I'm like, this might be the best Resident Evil movie, period.
Also, Uber Baldy in the chat. You shut your mouth about Carlos. He is not overrated.
Carlos's daddy is
go to ban.
Listen, as long as you keep Carlos in the hair that they put him in now, because there is a way you can put him in the RE3 hair.
Specifically.
Yeah. Put him in the RE3 original hair. You can do that in the game as a costume change. Do not do.
Why? Why would you do that? They made his hair so glorious in the remake.
Well, because you need something to grab onto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Carlos.
Zaddy Carlos.
I was like, Andy, you really want to play that game? And I was like, keep playing that game though. I was like,
I don't know. And then she saw Carlos and was like,
in between my Overwatch queues, I was like looking over at my other screen, like.
Listen, I'll be honest though. That's the only thing I'm not huge on the remake. Truly, it needed more Carlos levels. He only has like 2.
Totally,
yeah,
totally
he doesn't
agree.
get to do that much.
You don't get to play as Carlos the whole time through a campaign, which most of the other.
should have done that. And
they should have done that. Well, because it's like again, like, but I mean, granted, like even in the original Resident Evil 3, it wasn't perfectly balanced with Jill and Carlos, but you definitely got to play as Carlos.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and that's one of those
give me
things.
a
Like,
side B, even if it's
the clock tower's not in
this.
In the remake.
That's
so
right.
Like,
the
well,
clock tower's not in it at all. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like the Resident Evil 2 remake. It's like it's very similar to. I thought Heather Campbell actually had a really amazing observation about the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yes, today, right? Was she tweeted?
Yeah, it was either today or yesterday. But she basically said like the Final Fantasy VII remake isn't really a remake. It's really like somebody went into your brain, and it was like your brain and it was your memory of a fort, a pillow fort that you built as a kid, and they built the actual fort.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
I
like
thought that was succinct. I thought
it's
that
like
was great.
exactly what the creators were attempting to do with Netflix's Voltron. Was like they were like, we specifically, intentionally did not go back and rewatch OG Voltron. We just wrote based on our memory of it to try to make something that was as cool as we remembered.
And I thought that was great. Yeah, like I think that's like that's why it's so fun because especially to watch, you know, like you play, like if whether I was watching you or I was watching Andy, people that did play the games, you know, because I know he's gonna be weeping in a year when it comes out on PC and he plays it, he's gonna cry.
I reluctantly decided to wait for the PC version so I could watch you pretty much, Emma.
Yeah,
Great.
And it's been great because we're like, so that's why we're always there, you know, like it's like fun.
Dusty and shit, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm downloading Spider-Man right now. It's going to take 18 days, but it's downloading.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I want to watch you play Spider-Man.
I actually
feel
do.
like
That's going to be fun.
You will love it.
Yeah.
Such a cinematic game.
I've jumped around a lot of streams with the Spider-Man, so I didn't get to get the full story. So I would actually be like to follow along with you. Okay, so should we end with another one more cringe?
Let's do one more
cringe.
One more cringe.
Okay, who wants to read? This is Jess, do you want to read, or Emma, do you want to read?
Has everybody done one?
I read one.
You read one. Everybody, I think everybody read one. You want to read, Jess?
Let's do. Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. This one.
You guys talked about Final Fantasy enough. I could do something.
Okay, so
Sorry,
this is
we want to talk about Minecraft. What'd you build?
Sorry.
The last one that we're gonna do.
Listen, blame Matt Acevedo. Blame Matt. He's texting us right now.
It's all Matt's fault. It's
I'm
Matt's
not
fault.
trying to talk about things that you guys don't want to talk about. It's
Am I the asshole? No, Matt's the asshole here.
No,
okay?
imagine Matt here. Matt would say nobody's the. Matt's like, no, I could understand each side of this, and he's like, you know,
I don't think.
He's like, I'm the asshole. It's my fault somehow.
Lego one, Matt would have been like no to the Lego one. He would have been like,
fuck that bitch, bury that bitch. Matt.
Okay, so the last one. So I want you to read the uninviting the girl. If you can see that one. If you can't, then I will resend you the link. Okay, you see it? Okay.
Yeah, what voice should I do?
Dude,
college
man, college boy. College boy.
Okay, am I the asshole for uninviting this girl over because she told me she's on her period?
Wow.
I need the context of the relationship first.
Yep.
I know the title makes me sound like a dick, but hear me out.
Hear me out, bro.
I have a casual situationship with this girl in my group of friends. We have sex about 3 times a week, but she always stays over. And we hang out and talk and make breakfast and stuff. We're in the same graduate program, so I see her like every day, and outside the bedroom, we're friends. We have a specific agreement. She is not my girlfriend. Oh, fuck this guy. She was supposed to come over last night. We'd agreed to make risotto, and the sex was implied. She told me she went to get the ingredients for the risotto, and then texted me and said she's looking forward to tonight, but also mentioned she's on her period. I said, all right, I guess I'll just see you next week. She called me and said, you can't be serious. Can't we still hang out? And was really upset because she got the groceries because at a cave, she just eat them. She could just she could just eat them. Period stuff freaks me out. I'm not like she's my girlfriend and I have an obligation to her. We just fucked next week. I didn't care what the big deal is. Anyway, now it's been 24 hours and she won't talk to me. She's also really close friends with my roommate. And so my roommate heard the story and called me a massive, I don't see how I did what I did was wrong. Edit. To specify, she has told me on multiple occasions that she is not into periods. So I uninvited her because we wouldn't be having sex, and that's not the night I was anticipating. If no sex is on the table, then there's no point.
Okay, 2 things. First of all, who's eating risotto and then going to Bangtown? Risotto is
it's heavy.
After some risotto, you take a nap on a couch. Who fills themselves up with pasta? Get out of here. Secondly, this is to anybody. Any women in the chat right now. If you're with a guy and this is the situation you're in, don't fuck this guy. Stop it. Stop it right now.
Not me.
Wow.
But what if he's like really hot though?
Okay, here's the thing. Are they?
No,
so
nice,
they're college aged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Graduate college. It seems like.
Fuck buddies.
Whatever. They're in their 20s.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people in the chat being like, he's an asshole, but she's an asshole for sleeping with him. No, she's not.
No, she's not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
no,
that.
no.
Yeah.
She is misguided. She has misinterpreted this relationship.
Yes.
Even if he has told her straight out, I can speak for. There are plenty of times where you're like, yeah, no, I'm totally cool with this just being like a fuck buddy situation, and you don't really mean. And that's clearly what's happening here.
Yes.
Well,
She
the
likes
fact that in
him.
his
She wants to make
post-
dinner for him.
Well, that, but also in his post that he's like, we're friends otherwise. So it's not crazy that she would think that even if sex on the table, they'd still hang out. Because if he even clarifies in his post, like, we are friends otherwise, then I'm like.
But if he asks, if he lets her come over, his thinking is, if he lets her come over, then she's gonna want to be more. And I'm not saying he's the asshole, but she's an idiot. You know what I mean? Like she's a young idiot.
Yeah, she's trying to. It seems like she's trying to buy her way in, but through sex.
She's
and
an
food,
idiot.
And food.
I've been her before,
Yeah.
so like
I don't know
that's
if, like,
what I'm saying.
Yes.
I would say I wouldn't throw the idiot card on her yet, unless like after the situation she then tries to be like,
Right.
okay, yeah, let's hang out again.
No.
Like,
The fact that she's not speaking to him speaks very highly of her.
Yeah, the fact, like, to me, it's like I've been in those
Hold
situations
on.
where it's like I'm with somebody and that's sort of all we're doing, but it's like, oh hey, we're gonna hang out and watch a movie, and then they're like, hey, well, my period. I'm just like, all right, we're just gonna hang out and watch a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. Like Mika says,
Hold on,
I couldn't even have the damn dinner.
No, Andy, shut the fuck up. I did. I'm kidding.
Go ahead, Jess.
I'm sorry. No, please, I'm kidding.
As you can see, Joanna behind
Now
you.
Jess is gone.
Joanna, what's your opinions on pasta and banging?
She's like, I love it.
she goes,
I like it the other way around, but sure.
Banging first, pasta later.
You gotta
Oh,
rebuild
shit.
your calories.
Yeah.
Nothing
All right,
wrong
Jess,
with that.
here, we're holding the cat while you talk.
Okay,
can't hear you.
so
Oh,
all
go
I,
ahead.
I know, all I was saying is, up
Joanna.
until 3 years ago, I would not talk to the guy because he did something stupid, and then go back and
Sure.
talk to him.
Mm.
So it's not to say that she's punishing the guy. And you know what? This guy's gonna end up in a relationship in a year that he doesn't want to be in because she's fucking trapping him. You know, like, there's games here. I'm not saying anyone's in the right, but he's an asshole. Totally.
Totally. Yeah.
oh, it is the game. It's the game. If he's willing to risk the getting stuck in a relationship that he doesn't want to be in,
Right.
or take the dinner and then maybe it goes back to where it was. But yeah, so it was the game. That was both of their moves at the time, whether they were right or wrong.
Yeah, totally.
Red
No,
Ride,
that's the thing.
Red Ride
That-
said, Jess, Andy, shut the fuck up later. Am I the asshole? Okay, go ahead, Emma. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, this
No,
is
no,
otherwise
I
a
was
Tucker
just-
Max situation.
No, but I again, like, I will 100% say, like, that just because I'm saying I understand who this girl is, I'm not saying she's entirely in the right. As you say, like, there is game playing going on from all sides here.
Sure.
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is what I don't miss from the fucking college age and 20s.
Oh,
Holy shit.
God, me neither. Jesus Christ.
Just online dating, the games and shit. Also, Jess is not the asshole because I was talking over her.
Aww.
I was actually trying to trump you, so I am the asshole because I saw that you were talking and I kept talking because I thought you were gonna give up, and then when you didn't give up, I called you. I told you to shut.
I shoved
Also,
hot
this-
mustard
this
up my
girl-
husband's ass. Am I the
Dude's
asshole?
an idiot. She was gonna bring pasta over, and it sounds like he wasn't gonna have to pay for anything. What a stupid asshole! Eat the
I
fucking-
know. She
Yeah.
was gonna give you free dinner.
True.
Yeah.
What an idiot, dude.
He's like, lol, she could just eat the food, right?
I mean, she
What?
could. But
She could, but she was
could.
playing to make it free. She's trying to win you over through sex and food, man.
I know, right? Sounds good.
yeah, not a bad win over, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't
Well-
work for me. Let's just know that much.
That's because that guy's an idiot, just like this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I was a fucking genius in my 20s, yo. Early 20s, my brain was so bursting out my skull. Kept a fucking Ross.
Yeah, no, Andy was known to be very, very dumb and a smash player. So
and it all changed.
Smash player.
Smash player. That's all you need to know about Andy.
Yikes.
Really?
In college, yeah. Disgusting.
I spent my college degree learning how to play Smash Brothers at a tournament lab.
Well, you did really well at Hyper last year, right? When the new Smash came out?
Yeah, he got second place.
Yeah, when I choked on stream and didn't get first place.
He lost to Camacho. He needs a rematch.
I'd run it back.
Yeah, he wants to run it back with Camacho though. I think they should. They really should.
You can beat him.
Yeah. No, it was funny because I hadn't played Smash before, right? So I learned the couple days before, and I got farmed by Camacho immediately in the first round. I was like, what the fuck is happening? This man's not letting me.
He smelled blood in the free for all. Yeah, he saw she was struggling, so he was like,
yeah. And I was like, fine, I'm out. That's fine.
Fucking shark boy. He went full shark.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, clip that shit and send it to him. Andy's challenging him again.
Clip it.
Clip it. It's coming for you.
Come on for you, pal.
I'm coming for you.
You got me mad.
Full fucking Scooby-Doo over here. Shaggy.
How the turns have tabled, my friend.
Well, so this was a fun thing to do, and the reason we wanted to do it was because Cameron and I didn't do our normal Wednesday scheduled Cringe show, which we do obviously Wednesdays at 7 o'clock PST. And we are going to resume it. PDT. Okay, that's right. I always forget when it changes. I'm like, I don't know.
I went on I was in a mood last night on Brianne Chandler's stream, and I went on an entire tirade about
the PDT PST
time versus Pacific Daylight.
Are you the asshole there?
I am. That's not.
You are the asshole.
No, there was literally somebody in chat that was like, we're on EST here," and I went, "No, you're not.
You're not.
There is nowhere on EST right."
I asked Andy. I was like,
"The only places that are on standard time are states that don't observe daylight savings, like Arizona and Hawaii."
Okay.
Sure, but Emma, how do you feel about the NFL draft?
Don't give a fuck.
She's like, I don't care.
I'm very passionate.
First round pick. I don't give a shit. So PDT, 7 o'clock PDT on Wednesdays we do this. Cameron and I and Kelly Nugent will be our special guest every so often because I know she's got a very crazy schedule. She couldn't commit to doing the co-hosting, but wants to be a part of this. We'll have Kelly's Corner of Cringe, which is fun.
She's a big fan of the Cringe.
But yeah, so next week,
I sent her something yesterday. I'm not gonna say what I sent her. I'm not gonna say that, but I'll say her response to what I sent her was the following. "Oh no, I literally cringed just seeing the image. Oh no, I'm literally sick to my stomach watching this right now."
So please, tune in for Wednesday. I've seen it. It's terrible. But let's go around. So again, we talked a little bit about Emma's stream. So Emma, go ahead and tell people what you are playing, what you're doing.
Yeah, I am at twitch.tv/Emma Fife. I should be finishing the Final Fantasy VII remake this week. I'm on chapter 16 of 18, so we're getting close, kids. We're getting close. And I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday starting at 12 o'clock p.m., aka noon Pacific Daylight Time. I always just say Pacific time to avoid the confusion.
Sure.
PT.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, Red Rider, you're right. I am just perpetually on the verge of crying from now to the end of the game because it went from thirsty to sad real fast.
Sometimes it be like that, yo.
That's what happens in the Pasta Bang life.
Oh my
It
god.
took a hard turn.
Yeah.
So I'll be finishing that up this week. And then also, we just launched the Movie Trivia Schmodown Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/the Wednesdays at 12:30 Pacific time. We are playing Trivia Murder Party with myself
really
and a collection of Schmodown personalities, as well as people in the audience. Our Schmodown patrons from our Movie Trivia Schmodown Patreon are able to participate in the game. As of last week, nobody playing at home won. Only people on camera won. We played 5. Tom won 1. Craig the Barbarian won 1, and I won 3. So
Not good.
show up
Get better.
if you
Get better.
if you want to try and challenge me at Trick Party.
Yeah, that's always really fun. And Scott, what are you up to? What do you do on stream? Tell people your time slot when you're usually on.
Yes, I'm usually on at 10 a.m. every weekday, 10 a.m. PDT, that is.
PDT?
So I have
Nailed
the
it,
morning
Scott.
shift,
Nailed it.
for all the early birds or the people in other time zones, who
zones.
watch it, which is great too. Yeah, and I do super nerdy, super geeky things. We talk about mythology on Monday.
That's
we
so
go over
cool. I love
toys
mythology.
Yeah, I love that
and
too.
Warhammer and all sorts of neat stuff during the week.
Mm-hmm. And
Sick.
then, yeah. Miss Jessica, what you be doing? What you
Where
do
is
any
she?
painting streams this coming week?
Don't
Jessica,
make fun of
where
me,
are you?
bitch.
I wasn't making fun of you. I was just doing a voice. I said you could do painting because I was thinking about
Listen,
doing painting
if
this
that's
coming
your
week as well.
reaction, you're internally making fun of yourself. Your reaction is such a hard fast. Fuck you! You hate it.
Because I was thinking about painting at some point too. Because I do palm bark art, but
Ooh, you should paint my bare ass.
I did a Jonah Marble's voice, and then it's like, hey.
Ooh, no, you should paint my ass with McDonald's dipping sauces.
Easy.
You know what?
easy.
Honestly, I already have Andy, so.
Oh. All right, so you are.
So on
Yeah.
Tuesday, I think we're gonna have a Homebuddies light stream
Yeah,
where Mary Keith play
that's right.
Jackbox at 5 p.m. I'm nervous about that.
So
You
because
can
I
warm
don't
up.
know how
You
to
can
make
warm up
that
for
happen.
Wednesday. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Anybody could come on through. So Jess, we or Drawful will be fun too. I think we might be
Drawful's
doing
good.
that,
Oh,
right?
I
think
love
we do
Drawful.
Drawful. I think that sounds fun because
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that game.
So go ahead,
Yeah.
Jess. I won't interrupt you.
Switch it up.
No, I appreciate it. And then Thursday, I'm gonna do a tabletop RPG one shot with the people that I do D&D with in my real life. Not that you guys aren't people that I do.
What?
I know.
Oh wow, your real friend.
Wow.
They're not.
Not that
Sounds
fake
cringe.
shit.
You guys are my friends, and these people are like the group that I got thrown into.
Okay.
Like, and so they're sad because our DM has no time to do DMing. So I was like, you know what? I can profit off of this.
Cool.
So at any given
What a
time
good
on-
friend.
I'm so nice. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, I'm streaming at 5 with Scott on Monday and Fridays. We're reading Dune. And on Saturdays at 1 p.m., I'm painting.
Cool. No, that's cool. What are you painting though? What have you decided to paint?
I'm working on a boat.
Oh, you're still doing the boat. Nice. Cool. Yeah.
My goal is to just finish it. I have to
Yeah.
finish it.
So shadowing and stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy, what are
Life
you
in
up
the house
to?
over here.
Tell me what you're
I
doing,
have
but you're
to-
yes, so
I have to figure out my schedule for
yeah,
next
that'll be
week
up this
still.
this weekend tomorrow.
I'll put it up in the Discord and on my tweeters, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be doing Elder Scrolls Online and having a lot of
Mhm.
fun
Heck
with that.
yeah,
There's
dude.
a lot to do. A couple of my homies who are really funny are playing it and shit. I'll probably be in chat with them. Gonna have a great time.
Yeah, Sam. So
Lots
that's
of
really great.
lore to be
I'm
had.
sad that I don't have an Xbox because I really want to play Phantasy Star Online too.
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
pretty
because
cool.
I'm definitely an MMO junkie. I've seen them all, Daddy. And this one is really giving me the juice right now. So why not make
Yeah,
content
dude.
out of it?
love
So Cam, so yeah, you just got your PS4. So what are you? You
Did, I
mentioned
did.
Spider-Man. So
So yeah, I'm gonna be doing Spider-Man. That's probably gonna happen Wednesday. I'm trying to kind of do my gaming stuff Wednesday mornings, and I'll wrap that up before the Schmodown starts. So I'll probably be like 10 o'clock-ish. I'm looking at, and then Monday I'll probably keep building that Lego Batmobile from like 3 to
Yeah.
4. I gotta open up bag 2, and also I did end up ordering
yeah.
the 1989 Batmobile, which is a 3,000 piece box.
Nice.
that's so cool.
So yeah, I was like, oh, what the hell? Here we go. So I'm gonna keep building the not 3,000 piece Batmobile, the simpler one. Wednesday will then be a little bit of Spider-Man in the morning, and then in the evening will be me and Janelle talk about like Cringe.
Cringe.
Yeah, with Kelly.
And that'll be, other than that, yeah, I guess honestly, yeah, it's like other than that, it's me doing the AEW stuff with Jen. So the best thing you guys can do with that is like, hey man, go check it out. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, we put some work into that. So give it a go.
It looks
big
really
old YouTube
great.
like.
Yeah, and then we also have the blood curdling episode that we did, the Karen GM last week. That is up on YouTube.
It's on my YouTube now. If you missed that, go check it out. I don't have enough subscribers yet to have my own URL. Like I don't have a youtube.com/ yet. You have to get a number of subscribers, but
it's not that high of a number though. Fortunately,
no,
it's not that high.
It's not that high.
Well, let's get him there, boys and girls.
Yeah, everybody give Cameron Rice a follow on.
I'll tweet it out. I'll tweet it out.
Yeah,
right
tweet
now,
it out.
so
Tweet it out. Perfect.
Because I don't want people to tweet to subscribe to the wrong one. I'm like, no, not that one.
You're like, that's not me. So for me, I just did an episode with Kai Choice, the Woman Who Kill.
Yes.
So I did the Lindsay Haugen episode, which was she's a murderer who was just featured on the Netflix show I Am a Killer. It's great. So I did that, and so that just came out yesterday. So please check that out on wherever you get your podcasts. And then I will be on Monday through Friday. You guys see my schedule. Friday nights are my actual like Jackbox community nights where I play with all of you guys. So you're gonna have multiple opportunities to play with us this week. All Jackbox and all that stuff. It's gonna be great. And then and I play Overwatch, and my schedule will be out. I'll be doing makeup. I'll be doing Overwatch, and again, I will also be painting. That is my plan if I can get the materials, which I have. I have most of the materials. I just need to get the canvases. So I'll be doing that on stream, and so the schedule will be out tomorrow. And so Wednesday night, make sure you guys are here for, if you guys enjoyed this, like we do this every week. So that's our plan, and it's very fun. And again, we're going to be rotating special guests.
I'll preview one thing.
Go ahead.
Y'all go look up lead singer of Puddle of Mud doing a cover to a Nirvana song. This was this last weekend on Sirius. Go watch that. You want some quality video Cringe.
Oh God.
And again, so on that show, like we'll have any like obviously like everybody's schedules are so crazy and stuff. So we will have again a lot of these friends will be joining us for that as well because it's so fun. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and then we will see you next week on either Andy or Scott's channel. Scott, do you have any ideas? Or Andy, do you have any ideas? Because Andy has some ideas, but Scott, you can totally. If you have an idea, let us know what you want to do.
I have an idea, cool. but it needs some work. I'm working on it.
Okay.
So do you want to do 2 weeks and have Andy next week?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Okay, great.
Andy, you're leading the charge next week.
Oh shit!
So dang.
It's gonna be a full stream of your bare white ass.
It totally is.
I
Yeah.
want mustard paints, baby. Mustard paints.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
Close the stream. All right, guys. So make sure again that you follow everybody that is here. So here are everybody's handles. I mean, you can see them on screen, but there they are as clickables. And then make sure that you join the Discord. Again, in the Homebuddies Discord is where you can actually send us Am I the Asshole stories for us to read on stream. Go ahead.
Jess on her camera. I'm just seeing Jess is like the tip of her mouth and then the fingers going into the mouth.
I'm eating chips over here, everybody.
While this guy's talking about his bare ass over.
I know. This is amazing.
Okay, so great. So everything will be so the Homebuddies Discord again that will have everything that you that will be where you can interact and send us Am I the Asshole stories and send us ideas that you want. What do you guys want us to do as Homebuddies? Well, send us talk to us, like let us know what you want to see us play, what you want to see us do.
Like some fucking monkeys.
We will. We're having a great time. Okay, guys, I will see you on the internet later. Love you very much. Everybody say goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.